Hey, hey, hey! Minecrafters, guess what? It's Kimise, and I'm back for another episode of KimiseCraft. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing most excellent. I'm hanging out here at my zoo, and we had a stream just the other day, so I was able to grind out some work here, and I wanted to go ahead and get some more stuff done today. But we got to talk about what needs to get done and what I'd like to get done, because we are embarking on a huge project. I don't know if you have any idea how huge a project this might be, but it's a pretty huge project. So let me go ahead and go over a few things with you guys so you kind of got an idea of what we're doing. So if we come back over here, you see all these netherite blocks. Basically, these are going to mark the path throughout the zoo. Every good zoo has a meandering path that takes you through the exhibits of natural-looking habitats for those different items that we're going to get in here. So that's what these are. So, for instance, this is the gate. I went ahead and marked two large statues that we're going to build here for the gate to make it very zoo-ish as well. And we got to have this entry gate right here. So we're going to go through the entry gate, and we have two paths branching off here. One off to the left, one off to the right. Now, in this big center here, I envision possibly a huge polar bear exhibit. Yeah, a huge polar bear exhibit with maybe some water and stuff and a pit. I don't know. I just haven't quite gone there yet. But going up this way, you'll notice that I was able to build a dome. Yes, because if we're going to have a zoo, we've got to have an aviary dome, right? Now, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of aviary mobs, but we do have parrots and penguins. So we're going to have parrots. Did I say penguins? Parrots and bats. We're definitely going to have parrots. Maybe we're going to have bats. Okay, and quite possibly a phantom or two in there if we can figure out how to get them in there. I've already talked to Orange Face about possibly nabbing some phantoms for that. He didn't seem as enthused as I expected him to be, but there's always possibilities, right? So yes, there we go. So we're going to have that. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to do a cave area. Maybe that's where we'll have the bats. We'll have like a cave area where the bats can spawn, and then we can open it up to the people. But that's kind of where the plan is right now. You'll notice that the pathways will then meander. There'll be places for bridges. This is a kind of a neat, like, valley type area, so I'm not sure whether I want to integrate this into the actual build of the biomes or not. But I can definitely see some possibilities here, for sure. And so what I did is I went ahead and pathed all the way around, but it's kind of hard to see where all the paths are, whoops, and where they end up. Mainly because, well, there's trees all over the place. Yep, there's trees all over the place. And there's these hidden little grottos that I keep forgetting are here. So, on live stream, I went ahead and made the dome just so that we had an area for that. And then there was got the river. So guess what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do some major land clearing. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out all the trees so we can actually see what the land looks like. And then if I can get to it this episode, we'll go ahead and make the path out to where the path is going to be going and kind of like open up the areas that we're missing, right? So we're going to start building out a path and figuring out how that all going to look. Now remember, this is a long-term project. So we've also got to list out all the different zoo mobs that we're going to have in here. And we need to think about expansion too, because here in a few months, we're going to have armadillos available in the world. We're going to have not just one, but I think what it was 7 species of wolves. And you got to have all the wolves, don't you guys? I'm thinking you do. So we got to think about future expansion, too, as we go ahead and open this place up. So I'm really, really excited about the possibilities. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get to work, and then I will bring you back in once we get some progress to show. Yes, some progress to show, guys. This is Kimise. See you in just a little bit. Okay, guys, we are back, and boy, that took a while. But look, it's so much easier to see what the possibilities are now when we get the trees out of the way. We can start to see where we have these really big holes in the ground and possibilities. Like I was just thinking, this would be a perfect goat ring. Yeah, because we're going to have goats for the zoo, right, guys? Yeah, gotta have goats. So this could be like a goat area, and then we have this area over here by the river. We could make that kind of swampy, don't you think? You know, bring in some swamp trees, some mangroves, and maybe we have to go catch some frogs. That'd be a thing. We have to go catch some frogs. Or maybe we could get our friend Orange to catch some frogs. But we could turn this into like a swamp area right here. And then you see the paths now where they're kind of twisting and turning. Yeah. See how they're twisting and turning and moving around the area? So they come by and then we'll have a bridge and a swamp area. So yeah, this can be a really, really cool thing. This zoo is going to be a major project. I cannot wait to start working on it as far as all the different paths that we have among us. Now, there's going to be a ton of terraforming need to be done because it's far from perfect. Oh, yeah, there's lots of things that are going to be in the way as far as where we need to go. So, lots of work yet to be done. But by getting off the trees, we can now get an idea of just how big of an area this can be. And the dome really kind of sets it off. Yeah, the dome really kind of sets it off as an attraction place. And so we're going to want to use height and have things higher and lower, you know, and it's going to be interesting, guys. I cannot wait to go ahead and start working on this. But unfortunately, as you probably know, I have limited time, and that's all the time I have for today. So now you've got an idea of where we're going, I'm going to start working on the pathways and maybe do some grinding in between episodes. I'm going to go ahead and start working up that pathway up there to the Zeri area, and I might just start blocking areas off. I think pathways are going to be the best way to block things off. And then we can start marking off where we're going to have buildings for, like, you know, things. Yeah, like souvenir shops, and for, like, you know, indoor exhibits. I'm not sure if we're going to have indoor exhibits. Anyways, there's lots to do, guys. So again, this is Kimise. I thank you so much for hanging out with me yet again today. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. 2 free things that you can do that really help out the channel quite a bit. And if you don't mind, guys, if you don't mind,